A community left feeling betrayed. After putting trust in developers, what are they hiding from us? And when will I be able to afford to get a suit to go with my tie? Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Anita Bath and this is Shuweeklydink, the weekly news show where we cover NetherRealm Studios as well as other sorts of gaming news. Today in the news we have NRS Studios themselves. Until now, NRS has not announced the official place and time for the IPS finals. They just recently announced that ECT would be the last chance qualifier tournament, which is interesting as they held the last chance qualifier tournament as its own separate event last year. But one user entered a sweepstakes to win a trip to the Injustice 2 IPS finals and found out that they actually did have a place for the tournament finals, and that place is Chicago, Illinois in November 2018. The sweepstakes was run by Samsung and included winning a phone and a trip to the IPS finals. In the fine print, which is kind of hard to read here, I really was hoping I'd get a bigger version of it, it does mention that the finals are November 2018 in Chicago, Illinois. So what reason does NRS have to not tell us about this information? Seems like if they knew this at this time, I believe this sweepstakes was at EVO, they didn't announce it to the general public. What are they holding from us? Why withhold information? My personal opinion is there might be something that's going on behind the scenes, maybe some sort of legal thing or a sponsor deal that they're still working on to kind of really wrap this whole thing up, that they really just can't talk about it at the moment, but they did want to, for the sake of the sweepstakes, have the entrants know exactly where it was and whatnot. It's possible that maybe someone just dropped the ball here and was supposed to announce something a lot sooner, or maybe they're behind on some stuff. Hard to say. What's your opinion? What do you think is going on? Are they just trying to screw us? Are they out to get us? What's going on? And in somewhat similar news, a lot of people are saying that they haven't got their payouts yet, specifically from Combo Breaker, which happened back in May. Tweety and Biohazard, amongst others, are saying that they haven't got their payouts, which were in timely fashion last year during the IPS Season 1 finals. Now, as having a little bit of insider information here, my apologies, I messed up on that. Teleprompter did not tell me what to having some insider information on that, as I did run the MKX finals at Northwest Majors back in 2015, and I worked hand in hand with Tyler Lansdowne to secure a pop bonus for that event. He informed me that how it works is there is a legal paperwork that goes back and forth. They need to confirm that, you know, the tournament being ran is actually registered as a business, get all the tax information, and then once that is all done one time each year, it's basically just sign a form and then direct deposit back and forth. That's all it takes. Combo Breaker, of course, is no stranger to NRS pop bonuses, so you think this would be a very timely thing for them. However, they are dealing with a lot higher amount of money than I was back in Northwest Majors, and that was also 3 years ago. It seems that they have changed something though, because a lot of the top players are saying that they have received these weird notices in their email saying that if they don't respond within 5 days, then they relinquish their winnings to the next place down, or a trust fund to go to somebody else, which seems extremely fishy to me. And it's very weird and specific that they would get some sort of a scam email to try and get their information out of this. And they've been trying to contact NRS to try and get them to just confirm that this is a legitimate thing, that this is what they have to do, and nobody seems to be getting back to them on it. This seems really suspicious to me, especially the whole responder will give away your money type of deal. When I ran my tournament, we were able to get the cash on hand at event and paid out the winnings right there on the spot. So it's very weird that a bigger tournament like this, you know, again, dealing with big amounts of money, but I'm not sure what their process was in the past on doing this and why it's changed to have these weird forms this year and why no one's saying anything about it. You know, maybe someone could just confirm it is legit or illegitimate so that maybe the players can feel a little bit more comfortable about moving forward with it and not kind of worry about, well, if this is a scam, then I'm giving up my personal information, and if it's not, then if I don't respond in time, then I lose my winnings. So it's creating a lot of anxiety for players who, especially without sponsors, rely on this money to travel around the country. So what's your situation on that? I think that payouts and pop bonuses should be, you know, a lot higher as far as like rate of pay. You know, it shouldn't be like months down the road. I believe there's no reason to have it within, you know, 3 to 4 weeks of the event. There's also a lot of talk about payout structure as well. That first place is getting way too much and it's dribbling down to, you know, not enough at the bottom. Some people even shown structures and paying out the top 16. So I think at a certain amount, when you get to a certain amount of players, I believe that paying out the top 16 would be more than appropriate. Like EVO, for example, you know, especially if you get over like 1,000 players, top 16 payout is more than appropriate, I think, not just top 8. But what are your thoughts? Do you think that, you got to earn it, you got to make the top 8 in order to get paid out? Or you think the top 16 should get like $20 to go have a burger at some Las Vegas place that wouldn't even pay for a burger there, probably? And that's it for NRS news this week. Leave your comments and stuff in the comment section down below. I do have one more story I want to touch on that is not NRS related. Lately, I've been seeing news sources and stuff talk about how Ninja, the Fortnite streamer, has gotten in hot water for not wanting to stream with other women besides his girlfriend, or out of respect for his girlfriend. And I wanted to touch on this because as someone who does YouTube and streaming and all that kind of thing, I'm not really someone who has streamed with a whole lot of women or, made videos with a whole lot of women. Not that I'm super opposed to it or anything, but I feel like if that's a relationship choice between Ninja and his girlfriend, that's really nobody else's business but theirs. And he's fine to go about streaming with whoever he wants to stream with, as long as if it helps him and his girlfriend's relationship, he's just playing video games. It shouldn't be as big of a deal as it is. Everyone's blowing it up because, of course, he's a public figure. But there's another reason to it. Why? He's a public figure, so if anything, if he streams with a girl one day, all of a sudden all these outlets are going to be spreading all sorts of rumors and all sorts of stuff, and that's going to be stressful on the relationship with him and his girlfriend. Whether they like it or not, people tend to twist things and find anything. Maybe they laugh at a joke together and, oh my god, they're flirting. It's just being in the public eye. So I think it's a smart move by him. I do understand the view that other people are saying that it's it's kind of putting, not giving women equal opportunity to be on the same stage as other guys, but I don't think that that's really, I get where they're coming from. I don't think it's a valid statement, though. There are many aspects, where guys and girls are, on different playing fields, I guess. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. It was just a topic that I have a little bit of experience with dealing with. So I wanted to ask you guys what you thought about it. So again, leave your comments down below. That's it for the news this week, guys. If you have any stories you want me to cover next week, let me know. Leave them in the comments. Tweet at me. #Shuweeklydink. And we'll see you next week.